Coventry University have entered the nationwide campaign, the Brit 2021 Challenge, which is the British Inspiration Trust. They support young adult mental health in the UK. Now what we aim to do is raise £2,021 for young mental health charities in our hashtag CUBrit2021 Challenge. We want to record 2,021 people competing in activities with 20,210 miles reached through all participants. Now for a chance to win £100 for your sport club and a Fitbit Inspire 2 for yourself, all you have to do is number 1, join the Sport Coventry Strava Club. Number 2, complete a distance of any movement, any distance, any speed. However, it has to be a run, otherwise it won't show up in our group. You have to put the sport club that you are pledging your movement to in the name of your activity, and then make sure you complete your movement before the end of Saturday the 20th of March. And lastly, vote in the CUSU spring elections. You can also donate to the Brit 2021 Challenge for Young Mental Health by visiting the website in the description. And now for an interview with the Women's Futsal.
Hello everyone, you're listening to the CUSU 24-hour broadcast for the current elections. Also partnered with Brit 2021 Strava Challenge. Make sure to tag your clubs. Today I'm joined by Adriana from Women's Futsal. Would you like to introduce yourself a little bit, please?
Hi everyone, my name is Adriana. I am the goalkeeper for Women's Futsal and also the president of the club.
Thank you. So to begin with, the question sort of, I think, on everyone's mind. It's all right, I understand there's traffic and stuff.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm not able to walk. We had a bit of some issues sorting that out. But so what are the key differences between futsal and traditional football?
All right, so starting with the obvious differences would be football, obviously it's outside in a grass field and 11 players each side, and futsal is indoors and only 5 against 5 with 1 goalkeeper as well. And those are basically the main differences. And then you go to smaller stuff, like the ball is a bit small but more heavy, sort of. And
okay.
yeah, and the outsides you do with your feet, not with your hands. And there's like some specific rules for the goalkeepers as well. But yeah, taking that, it's just basically a really, really fast-paced version of football, just indoors. So you don't get rain in your face, which is also nice.
Yeah, it sounds a lot more intense, really.
It is actually. It can get really intense sometimes. And one of the other things, which I think some people would like, is, you know, in football training, when the coach says, "Oh, you can just try to, you know, pass through 3 players at once or something." So in futsal, we actually encourage that in a way. Obviously, we don't want you to lose the ball every time you just decide to go against 3 players just because. But there's a tactic. How do I say this? There's a tactic. Words. It's an advantage as well if you're good with the ball at your feet, and so that also helps the team when you're playing 2-on-2 or something, and they're very heavy on defense. If you can get past your player, that helps the whole team. And then obviously the changes in formation. It's actually a bit more tactical than it looks. But again, if you're good with the ball at your feet, it's a great sport for you.
Well, I suppose if you manage to take the ball past 3 players, that's half the team. So
Exactly.
So speaking of being good on your feet, I know that you took part in the FA People's Cup last year. How did you get on as a team in that?
Well, it's actually kind of fun because it was a bit of a different experience. It was still on the side, but this time it was outside, and on a which was a weird thing. just saw this thing online. I think it was, I don't remember who actually found it, but so they just saw this tournament and they were like, oh, you could get in. It's a fun thing. And so it was outside, fake grass, and the nets were definitely not, it's not futsal nets. Futsal nets are basically a square. And
Yeah.
Can go through here. And these ones were like super small and large in, how do you say that? How do you say this?
Wider?
Yeah. So they're small but wider. So it's definitely a weird thing. We didn't really know what to expect. And actually, I think my first time playing, I didn't brought my, I brought my normal shoes for futsal. So it wasn't that easy. But next time I knew better. So basically, we just got in this for fun. We had 2 teams. And then our basically main team just got through it all easily. And then we went to the regional, I think. Yeah, the regional finals, which we got through all.
Oh, wow.
Again. And then last one was actually a bit harder and we went to penalties, but we won anyways. And to finish, we were supposed to go near, no, that was another tournament, ignore that. So we went to, I think somewhere in Birmingham, I believe. And it was the finals against all the other best teams in the whole country. And we were playing well, although the weather was completely terrible to not anything else. And it was windy, it was rainy, and honestly, I don't even know how we passed through that. But oh well, we did. And then we went to up until the semifinals. We were a bit tired, and I guess we were distracted, and then unfortunately we lost. But it was still a great experience.
Yeah, well, it sounds really fun to start with, and I understand that it must be a lot out of your comfort zone, especially as a goalkeeper. Having the nets different size must have been a pretty hard adjustment, and then to go to Birmingham for sort of the nationals and stand out in the wind and rain, which you don't have in a sports hall. But
also that.
It sounds like as a club you really managed to pull through, because I understand you've done pretty well in other tournaments.
Yeah, definitely. It was quite amazing actually. So even though we got only to the semifinals on that regard, on pretty much everything else, we did the best we could ever do. We won the cup. We didn't lose any games. I don't think we even tied. On the league, we won everything again for the second year in a row. And now we are in the first league, which is quite a great achievement, honestly.
That's incredible. You know, I think it's the dream of every sports club is to do so well.
Yeah, it was quite nice.
So it must be quite a shift to go from playing in part of a team, such a successful team as well, to going on to this kind of single person sports of, I suppose, like running and walking and stuff. How are you managing to cope with that transition? Are you managing to keep the momentum of training and stuff?
Yeah, so it's been challenging to say the least, but so what you got to focus on these times, I think, is it's definitely hard now playing with the team, and you do miss them, you miss trainings, you miss the competition, but what you need to focus on what you can do right now, and what you can do is improve on your physical skills, and everything from my futsal especially, you need a lot of endurance and stamina because you're running all the damn time. You don't stop in futsal. There's also you can substitute whenever you want, exactly because of that. The moment you get tired, you get off, you rest for like 10 seconds, and if the coach wants you back in, you go back in, and that's it. And then, so that's why right now, you still have to focus on these kinds of things. So anything from whatever you can do at home with the ball alone to literally just go on a treadmill and run for 1 hour. It's just great. It's everything contributes to, at the end, when you go back to the team, you're better physically prepared to join the whole intensity all over again.
Yeah, I see that you're kind of keeping the intensity of the matches in your personal training, which is great.
Oh yeah, I don't take anything too easy. I rather, because in the end you feel like it's worth it. It's definitely a better feeling. It's also very windy.
I mean, I don't have that issue, but I just want to say as well, it's not related to sport, but I've just been very jealous of where you're walking through. You're in Portugal at the moment, and it's all sun and blue skies, and I look out my window and it's grey and cloudy and looks like it's about to rain. But what I'd like to ask about next is that because you have such, or at least to me anyway, it sounds like you have such intense training, both as part of a team, in your personal life that you do sort of by yourself to keep the level, and also, am I allowed to mention coursework and uni work that that everyone has to do? Do you have any tips and tricks to sort of deal with the stress and the strain and balancing all these many things that you're on with?
Right. So I guess I think I can say that coursework is definitely the hardest thing I've been doing. It's the hardest thing to focus on as well. But basically, doing exercise always helps. Sometimes it's not even because you need to. It's because it definitely helps you relax. And then you try other stuff. I've been reading books and catching up with series that I forgot to watch months ago. And all that sort of things that you thought you never had time, or you're focused on coursework, or you're focused on the team or something. And now you have all the time to focus on yourself and everything you want to improve, everything you want to catch on. And then me personally, again, it's just basically series, reading books, and I had like small projects trying to fix some stuff at home, because literally I have not much else to do. So random electric guitar that I had for like 20 years stored away, I was like, oh, why is this not working? Let's fix it. And yeah, you can always find something.
So I guess it's about finding little things that aren't related to what you're currently on with, like sport or coursework, that you want to do, and finding a bit of time for yourself is sort of what it sounds like you're saying.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. Because will do no matter what. So I get all the time that I have left to do all the small didn't have the opportunity before.
So I do have one final question. Do you have a favorite football team or futsal team?
Damn. So it depends. Football team as in English football team or Portuguese football team?
Whichever one you find yourself enjoying the most. It depends. It does hint a little bit of a glory supporter, but I'll let it go.
Oh God. Okay. So from Portugal, which I guess it's the team that I technically support the most, is Benfica, but lately they haven't been on too much of a great run. So, oh well. And in our country, and actually worldwide, our best futsal team is from Sporting, and they won, I believe, the last Champions League.
Oh wow!
I think so. Yeah, futsal is growing, but it's quite a big thing already. And although, yeah, from England, my team is technically Manchester United, but they're also a team that's been struggling a little. So it's you have to stick with it. Bad times, good times, whenever. But yeah, that's it.
It's a shame you've said that, because we were getting on so well. But there's a history of City support in my family, so unfortunately.
Oh no!
No,
it's gonna be a great match on Sunday. It's gonna be fun.
Fingers crossed. all you can hope for is a good match, really, sometimes.
Yeah. I hope so. Definitely.
Thank you so much for joining me and for talking with me. I know personally I've learned a lot about futsal, and I'm really, really interested in getting into the sport a little bit more. I just want to say to everyone listening, I don't know if there is anyone listening, but I hope there is, make sure to vote in the Kusa elections, and make sure also any sport that you're doing for your club, you're doing it in the Brit 2021 challenge, and you're attaching your sport name and the title, so the most popular sport can win a prize, I think. I just want to say as well, Adriana, thank you so much again. Do you have anything you'd like to promote?
Right. So maybe, just maybe, our team is trying to expand in certain areas, and we might have something going on for the future, and not only for university, but I don't think I can talk too much about it right now. And yeah. But so, yeah, if you want to know more or anything really about our our new project of sorts, or anything more about the team, you can at Women's Futsal in Instagram, and I think on Facebook, I think it's the same name. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, just to clarify, that's @CovUni_Women's Futsal on Instagram, and I hope it's the same on Facebook. I certainly am going to give that a follow. I'm very excited for the big project. And again, thank you so much for your time.
Sure, thank you for listening to us and sharing our story.
My pleasure. Thank you.